Hello everyone and welcome back to our YouTube channel. It is Friday, so we will be doing our weekly farm update. And I figured I would show you guys our morning chores routine because it has been a while and things are always changing and adapting as weather changes and as the birds grow. All right, so I'm over here at the feed shed. I got the feed all organized this morning for the day. So this is medicated chick starter that goes to all of our chickies. We have oats and barley and corn that go to all of the chickens. And we have oats, barley, and peas that go to the geese. The peas are really high in niacin, which the geese need. Now, the goats are still getting some beet pulp. I've been soaking the beet pulp, so it's in more of a weird, crumbly texture. You can see some of it there. So they're getting the soaked beet pulp, they get their alfalfa pellets, and they get their goat tacks. I've been usually just giving the beet pulp to the twins because they are still on their first lactation, and I just want to make sure I keep maintaining the weight on them. And then for the old girls, they get their goat tacks and alfalfa pellets. The chicks, the waterers are still always gross, so they need washed and new fresh water put in every day, twice a day. Waters are done. There's always tons of shavings in the feed. Just give it a rotate. It'll fling all the shavings out. Then they got fresh feed. So this one, give it a rotate. Yeah. Topped up. And these guys have some food. Chop up this one. And here we go. And that's it for the chicks. I'll usually spend a minute to just watch them all as well, just because that's the best way to tell if there's any sickies. If there's any sick chicks, then this is the time you'll notice it, because nobody is running to feed and water. It's a good indicator that somebody is not feeling very well. So,
Did I scare you, baby? Did I scare you?
this is Farmer Joe's favorite part too. It's fun? Hey, you found us! You done inspecting the feed? He likes the grain. Come in. There you go. These guys have been knocking over their waterer in the night, so they're extra thirsty today because they keep knocking over the water. We've got one big one in here that likes to hang out here. And I see this morning we have one cuckoo rooster, or one craylet rooster that escaped and is living in here now. So, they all look good. That one looked a bit sad, but he's running around still and eating and drinking. So, everybody's looking okay. Morning, Violet. Good morning. Hi. Alright. Need some grain? You need some grain? Okay. Good morning, Sunny. Hey, dog. Morning, dog. There we go. If I separate it, then the chickens get some too. Now, their water is always very gross. Should we check for eggs?
Yeah.
Come in, Bobo. Give their feet a little shake. Sometimes this thing falls off. I say sometimes, but it's like all the time. Oh, she is. We'll leave her alone then, okay? We'll come back and check later. None in there. We'll leave her alone. All right, let's get going. You left the door open, Farmer Joe. We'll close the door. Oh, no! Okay, well then let's let them out. Farmer Joe says we can come out today. Yeah, Farmer Joe said. All right, let's go then. They got tons of green grass to eat, so they can come out today and have some grass. All right, let's go let Simon out. It's okay, Bobo. Leave it open, bud. We gotta let the chickens, look at Bobo, the chickens are out. You gotta leave it open for the chickens. Come on, Bobo, let's go. Come on, Bobo, time to go. Good helping. Let's go, children. Good morning, Leia girl. So, Farmer Joe was wearing a coat today. I'm assuming it's probably over in the goat pen. Also, if you're wondering why the water's purple, I've been putting some germ lifesaver in all of their water that's supposed to help with worms and bacteria and whatever else that grows in their feed. Because we have so many songbirds and the songbirds are pooping everywhere, then I'm hoping that the germ saver will help with that. And so far we've had no issues, so I've been continuing to add that stuff to their water every day. All right, and we'll let the other flocks out. Let's go. You good, Bossy Pants? Oh, goodness. Did you biff it again? I got you. Good job. You're fine. You're packing a wire around with you. Oh, you did too. What naughty chickens. Did she lay an egg in the dirt? Gross. Can you bring it out here? We'll put it in the bucket. in the small bucket over there with the other egg. Small bucket. Yep. Thank you. Now we lay us breakfast. Bobo, we gotta open it. We gotta let him out. We got to let them out. Yeah. There you go, Bosai. Alright. This feeder has been amazing. They're still making quite a mess, but it's mostly just the husks from the oats, so. There we go. You ready? Bobo, out of their water. It's not nearly as dramatic when it's not geese in here. I love how good they are with the kids. Saul is just about ready for the soup pot. He attacks at least one of us every day. He knows he can't hurt us, but he likes to try. So it's time for him to move on. He can nourish our family that way. Gabriel is still a very good boy. He likes the kids. Simon boy is just the same as always. Empty in the water, Joe? You dumping it? Oh, good. Alrighty. Should we go milk the goat now? Okay, Bobo, let's go. We gotta be quick like this morning because we can't put the other birds out. Come on, Joe. Let's go. Come on. Simon still talks to her. Simon still talks to her like he thinks she's a female turkey. Is Simon your Betty? Yeah. Is that our Simon boy? Yeah. Such a good turkey he is, hey? Are we ready? So the goats get milked last for morning chores because then I can make sure that the milk stays cold and I can get it into the house and cooled off faster. So typically in the morning, we'll throw hay to the goats first and then do the chicks and then the adult birds and then go and deal with the goats and give them their grain and milk them. Today I forgot to throw them hay, but I gave them hay last night, so I knew that they were fine. So the other day we had a neighbor call us or get a hold of us, and they had an old nanny goat that was on her last pregnancy that ended up having a stillbirth, and they don't milk their goats, and so she asked if I wanted her. So we ended up making the decision to go and pick her up and bring her home to milk her since she didn't have her babies. So we're just continuing on some rounds of antibiotics that they had started her on just because it was a complicated birth. So I'll go ahead and show you guys our new goat. We're at 1-year-old pace today. There she is. What's her name, Joe? Her name is Annie. The Kids were very excited about our new goat. That puts us at 10. 10 goats. We went from 3 to 10 in less than a year. Did you go say hi, Bobo? Go say hi. Good job, Bobo. Well, I was right. Here it is. What's your coat doing? Farmer Joe was right. It is getting very warm out here this morning. And it's starting to rain a little bit, so yay! You see the girls are starting to look a little thin again, so we're gonna need to make sure we're being very consistent about what they're getting for grain and making sure that that hay is all the way full. Star doesn't look full enough to milk it all this morning. Luna might have a little bit. We definitely have to milk the new goat and Big Mama, because Big Mama is always very full. Yeah. Come on here. Come on. What you doing, Bosai? How's the goats? Yeah. What's the goat say, Bobo? That's right. Bah. What, Mama? It's too hot for the little guy's toque. All right. I love that the kids can just be in all of the animal pens. It teaches him lots. He loves the new goat. Him and Annie have really gotten along well. She has proven to be very, very stubborn. She does not like to be caught. Once I start milking her, she's really good, but she doesn't exactly like getting to the milk stand. Hey? Yeah, that's what I thought. You don't like to just stand here, so we gotta get going. Come on. I told myself I didn't want dwarfs because I didn't ever want to have to milk on my hands and knees. Here I am, hands and knees, milking a dwarf. So that is about all we can accomplish in the morning before nap time, because we get grumpy kiddos that need to go down for their sleep. So once nap time begins, then I can start working on all the things that need done that are too hard to get done with the kids out here. Chores typically take us an hour and a half to 2 hours in the morning. With the kids, I can get it all done in 20 minutes, half hour by myself, depending on milking goats and stuff. So I'm just on my way out with the duds I've collected from the last week from incubators to throw them out because I don't need them in my house. So that's step one today of getting tasks done that I need to while kids are sleeping. While I'm on the topic of duds, incubating is actually going fairly okay. We are only getting about 1 turkey egg a day still, and so I lost about half of my turkey eggs that were in the incubator, and I have a feeling that that was probably because they had been collected for so long, over such a long period. And they say that they can be good and viable for longer, but when you're only collecting eggs from 1 turkey a day, it's a bit interesting. So the geese, the last fertility check was almost a month ago, and we were sitting at 60%. So I'm hopeful that that means that it will continue to increase, because we started at 10% this spring. So I'm hoping that that means that they're going to continue to improve. They definitely do best outside. The more grass and things they can eat, the better. So they're doing really well, and the chicken incubation is going better. We had a better hatch rate with this last hatch. We had a hatch over the last few days. I have a hatch on the weekend, and I have a hatch on Wednesday next week, and again on the weekend next weekend. And then we also have a goose hatch happening this weekend, and so next week I'm hoping to share that video with you guys of the process of incubating goose eggs and our first goslings of the year. So make sure you stick around for that. Drink a ton of water. So every day I got to make sure. Oh yeah, they're still good for a while, so I'm not going to worry about filling it quite yet. Drink a ton of water now that they are all in milk. So I fill that tub once every day because every day it's empty. They drink quite a bit, which helps with their milk production. So I have to make sure that I keep that thing full. And then it's wet and rainy today. So I'm thinking that that is probably why there hasn't been as much. So I do know that they need mineral though. So I'm gonna go get some more mineral and baking soda for them and top those up. 10 goats is a lot of goat, especially in a small space. But got their mineral and baking soda all topped up. I do that probably about once a week. They need it. Keeping it on the ground is definitely helping a lot. I probably put way too much mineral in there and it'll probably all end up on the ground, but it is what it is. So our new girl here, Annie, she is currently getting a round of penicillin. So I'm milking her on the ground right now because her milk can't be saved until the medication is out of her system. So the neighbor chose to give her penicillin just because of the complicated birth, which I think was a great decision. So I'm continuing on those doses of penicillin. She only has 1 more day left of penicillin and then a couple more days left of dumping milk, and then we can start enjoying her milk too. So the broody hen that we had on the other end, her eggs were no good because everybody kept breaking them. So I moved her in here with the craylays because nobody comes over here, and gave her a batch of craylay eggs to hatch out for me. And it's been going much, much better. So she is hanging out in here with the craylays, which has been going really well. Now I see their water tub needs filled finally today, so I'll do that. Feed. Check for some eggs. Oh, we're in the box. Sounds like there's some boxes happening. Boxes have been super slow to lay. There's a couple chickens that like to lay in that box. So I'm gonna go ahead and add more straw in there because Sage has not come back to the box and she's not broody anymore. So I'll go ahead and let them have more straw in there, which I'll just use from over here since the chickens aren't using this area. So we actually have this Marin hen in here as well that was broody. She sat on eggs for 4 weeks with no results. So we're gonna have moved her in here to break her broodiness, and I'm just waiting for her to lay an egg so that we can see what color she lays. Okay, that is it for finishing all of the chores. I typically come out between 3 and 4 just to top up all the waters and collect all the eggs. I found the girls aren't laying very much in the morning, so I only get a handful of eggs. So it's warm enough outside that I'll just wait and I get them in the afternoon all in one bunch because we're just filling our incubators when we need them filled. So now the Americana flock, or what's left of it, has stayed in their own coop for now because I need to cull roosters before they can all be together. Our poor little guy here is still in the process of losing a frozen toe, so he's not super strong, and I worry that the other guys will pick on him really bad, and we really don't need 5 roosters right now. So we're going to cull 2 and eat them, and we'll keep this guy and our guy Gabriel for an Easter olive egger flock next year. Americanas were super popular last year, but they aren't quite as popular this year. There seems to be not as many people looking for them, and so we haven't sold as many chicks and eggs as I had thought, and the leg bars are picking up on popularity. So it's not feasible for me to hang on to an Americana flock when I have so many of the leg bar pullets up and coming. So these guys, some of them will probably stay to be in an Easter olive egger flock next year, and some of them will be moving on to new farms. They have been really fun, and I definitely still really love the breed, and I definitely want to keep this Wheaten Americana rooster. But we'll see what happens. Thank you guys so much for watching. That's it today for our weekly update. Make sure you stick around. We have more exciting things happening. We've got goslings hatching over the weekend, so you'll want to make sure you come back next week to see those little ones. If you hit the subscribe button, you should get notifications of when our new videos launch so that you can continue to keep up with the farm and things we're doing. We hope you're learning something from us. If you have any questions, please message us. We would love to help you out on your homesteading journey. See you guys next time.